Hello，大家好，我是李贝。OK，我们继续学习标准调成 HSK6级下。好嘞，我们学到哪儿？我们在这节课，这部视频里学完，我们可以学完，第32课。OK，我们开始朗读。So yeah, I read it aloud. Sorry. I read it aloud. First time I focus on correctness and understanding, I should say, making sure I get all the tones right and everything. And the second time's more about fluency. 有时不妨悲伤，不妨悲伤。Sometimes you should, well, why not grieve? Why not grieve sometimes? Yeah, I tried to find the original article of this. I didn't succeed. I'll show you what I found. This is what I found. 有时不妨悲伤. I think it's quite different. Talks about that. Eudaimonia. Yeah, so I don't think it's that relevant. And it's from, sorry, it's from 参考消息. This 参考消息. It seems to be a news site of some kind. But yeah, I don't think I will do much with this. All right, yeah, I tried searching for it. But yeah, I didn't find it. Didn't find the exact same one. Okay, 有时不妨悲伤。到今天为止 Do you know that grammar structure? Are we going to learn it? 为止 You probably know 以 blah blah 为 blah blah. No, we're not going to study it. Yeah, 到今天为止 This way, like, you know 以 blah blah 为 blah blah. Yeah, so this is 止 is like stop, right? Or end point, I guess. So up to the present moment. So you say this when you're writing because maybe in the future something will change. 我们的社会对好男人的标准从没有改变过。男人要有责任心。Why have I put second tone? 为人正直。为人正直。So there's two different ones, isn't there? There's 为人正直 and there's 为人正直. Yeah, so 为人正直 is be 正直 for people, and 为人, this would be as a person, right? Act as a 正直的人. So I put second tone. Yeah, I guess both make sense. 为人正直、宽容、刚毅. Right? That's not a familiar word. 刚毅. Yeah, this 刚才的刚, but it's a totally different meaning. 刚毅. Resolute. 性格、意志等. 刚强而坚决. So maybe this is the word we should learn. 刚强. Firm, staunch, unyielding. All right. Anyway. 刚毅. Where are we? 刚毅. 不背叛朋友. Okay, 不背叛朋友. This is like every single person on the planet, right? This is not a male thing. 男人要上进，要抱负. So this kind of ambition. Okay. 有魄力. This kind of abstract concept I don't really understand. 男人要谦虚，诚实，大方. So humility, honesty. and generosity. 男人要有修养 are cultivated. 心胸开阔，处境艰难而不退缩. So if things get difficult, they don't kind of recoil. This is male standards. 面对打击而不脆弱. Okay, so 面对打击, this is faced with an attack. Not necessarily a literal attack. 男人是生活中的榜样. Really? I'm a little bit... Yeah, what does that mean? 家庭的靠山，社会的支柱。总之，男人要顶天立地。So, do you know what 顶天立地 means? Like, this kind of probably pertains to Chinese mythology. So, 盘古顶天 is it? 顶. Okay, so 顶 here is a verb meaning to balance on your head, right? 顶 can mean other things, right? 顶天. So I guess here it means just hold up in the sky. 顶天立地. 头顶之天. Yeah, so your head is 顶之. When I went to Africa, I would see women walking around carrying fruit on their heads. 非洲女人顶着水果篮子. Yeah, like this. This is what I saw in Africa. They use a kind of some sort of fruit, so it's more stable. But yeah, that's what I saw in Africa. Anyway, you get the idea. 他在头上顶着看起来是香蕉篮子，对吗？ A basket of bananas. Yeah, and they're just walking around balancing like fruit or a basket of something on their head, which is a bit unexpected if you haven't come from that. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. What have I done? Okay, we have sound. I hope we had sound moments ago throughout this whole video. Anyway, 顶着 顶天 is kind of hold up the sky, and 立地 would be the opposite 立. What would 立地 imply? 头顶着天，脚踏着地. Oh, okay, so this is feet stomp the ground, like compact it. 形容形象雄伟高大，气概非凡. Yeah, so there's two... In Chinese mythology, there's Pangu, known for 开天, Pangu, 开天. No, 开天地. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Pangu, 开天地. So there's 天, the sky or heavens, and 地 is the ground, right? Or pertaining to where we live. So Pangu, 开天地. So that's splitting the heavens and the earth, right? 盘古. Okay. Yeah, 开天辟地. All right. 开天辟地. And then there's 女娲. Is it 女娲? Oh, no. This one. 女娲? Is that really 女娲? Something's wrong here. Is it New War? New War? Ah, this one. Sorry. 女娲. First time, 女娲. I had to think about that. It took a while. This character doesn't come up very often. Maybe it's just in her name especially. Yeah, she gets her own character. The goddess, the mythological sister and successor of Wuxi. I don't know who that is. 女娲. And what did 女娲 do? 女娲, 中国古代神话中的女神. Okay, so she's a goddess. 传说上古时天塌地陷. What does that mean? 天塌地陷. What's the English say? Stone blocks to patch the holes in the sky. Made by Gong. Oh, yeah, there's a Gong. Yeah, there's a spaceship, right? Is Gong? No, Gong is the... There's a small planet. What is it that they call? Dwarf planet. Named Gong after Gong. Yeah, this one. It's one of the largest celestial bodies in our solar system. Gong, god of water. Oh, okay. I don't know this one. Zhuanshu, all right. Zhuanshu, all right. So what did she do? Oh, she 补天, 女娲补天, is that right? 女娲补天. Okay. So what are we talking about? Oh, 顶天立地. So, yeah, there's also a saying, 女士是半边天, something like that. 半边天, is that right? 半边天, half the sky. Oh, it's a Mao Zedong quote, is it? What's this? Here we go. 妇女能顶半边天. Oh, there's the 顶. All right, so this is a saying, 半边天. So maybe like in China, someone might casually refer to women as 半边天, because they just got bored of saying the same thing over and over again, I guess. Nowadays, women have an equal part. Yeah, so 半边天, half the sky, right? And the other half is men, so on. Okay, so 顶天, this is the kind of allusions we're getting towards. 光彩照人, 照 kind of means illuminate. So illuminate people. 照人, what do you think? I don't think it's... Maybe it could just literally mean illuminate people? No, I think it's more like dazzle people. 照人. 照人. It's not in there. 照人. So maybe we put 光彩 at the start. Whoops. 光彩照人. Okay. 形容人光艳美丽. 人光艳美丽. 光艳美丽. 或事物色彩鲜明. Okay. Yeah, 照, be like 炫耀, that kind of meaning. 要有男人的气概. Okay, so men should have the 气概 of men. Some abstract concept. But you better have it. I'm not even sure what it is. But it is important for men to have that. 不仅如此，男人们从小受到的教育就是男儿有泪不轻弹. Yeah, men don't, basically boys don't cry. I think that's just a fancy way of saying it. All right. 意思就是理智的男子汉再悲伤也不轻易哭泣. Yeah, 男子汉. So I tend to translate this to like strapping young lad. Yeah. Is it a good thing to encourage men to not, or boys to never cry, always sucking it up? I'm not so sure that's the greatest thing. Actually, that's probably what we're going to talk about in this article. 爱哭的男人走到哪儿都会被一票否决. 都会被票否决。So 被 is the passive one. 被否决。Can you say 被否决? Denied. 被票否决. So maybe this is some kind of abbreviation. 一票否决 is a noun. You can't just 被 and then put a noun after it. After 被 you expect a verb. Maybe not immediately afterwards, but there's nothing else that stops here. 因为男人流泪就意味着软弱，没出息。Yeah, this is brutal, isn't it? 而这种教育是从娃娃时代就潜移默化的在起作用了。Yeah, no, this is not correct. This underlying is not correct. They don't go together. The 起作用 goes together. 起作用. So 作用 is like a use. It has what use. But in Chinese, it's used more broadly. You wouldn't say what use is that person, unless you're being very rude in English. 起作用, yeah, it's kind of like what role do you have? What role does a man have in society, in modern society kind of thing? 他们天天被这样的古训鞭策着。So 训 will be 教训。古 is often used as a prefix just to mean old or ancient. You probably know 古树, for example, 古树. It's not even in there, but 古树. If you go to a park in China, you might see a sign 古树, and it'll probably be some tree from some emperor hundreds of years ago. Yeah, 古树. So this is 古训. This is like an age-old lesson or something like this. 我们的文化赋予了男人高大坚强的形象，他们在生活中必须扮演强者。Yeah. I'm not sure if that's great. Sorry, I still don't have my 居家, so we'll just have to put up with that for now. 男人们为了不被鄙视，不被讥笑 ，right? No, 讥笑 First term, 讥笑。为了远离那些恶心不体面的词汇，千百次暗暗叮嘱自己，伤心是软弱的表现，哪怕遭受打击，面对失败，受尽委屈，也一定要坚强，那是什么时候都不能含糊的。All right, so men are unequivocally encouraged, like since birth, to be strong and not cry and so on and so on. Yeah, even if you're like aggrieved or like what's the way to wronged, if you're wronged, you still need to be tough. 实际情况是，男儿有泪不轻弹，是社会文化赋予男人的下一页。的一种束缚。束缚 meaning here, yeah, it's not a verb. 一种束缚. It's like a constraint, a restraint, but more like a burden. It's used to mean more like a burden, or an inhibition. 男人不是魔鬼，也不是神仙。All right, I have a feeling that the authors needed to stick these words in here. It's a bit weird. 他们也是有血有肉，也 maybe I should say 学. There's a few pronunciations for this one. 学, 学, and 写, right? 有健全情感的人. Okay, that's part of this. 他们 blah, blah. 男人也有喜怒哀乐. No, 喜怒哀乐. It just looked like a fourth tone as I read it. 喜怒哀乐. This is just the gamut of emotions. 喜, happiness. 怒, anger. 哀 is like grief. 乐, joy. So this sort of thing. 也需要关怀. 也需要关怀. Yeah, I don't think I would phrase it like this. 关怀, I wrote comfort here, but it's like more like it'll be. I think it should be interpreted as more 也需要被别人关怀, right? 关怀. So it should be someone else. 关怀男人, right? 关怀领导关怀我们的成长. Yeah, so this person 关怀 our growth. 关怀. Yeah, so this could just be an example of using simplified language. Yeah, 也需要关怀. It's a bit ambiguous, you know what I mean? Like, so who is 关怀whom? 也需要温柔的抚慰. Yeah, we haven't studied this character, 慰. Before we get into 抚慰, let's look at 安慰, because that's, I think, the most common word with that character. 安慰. 安慰, comfort, console, right? So the 慰 probably means that. 也使心情安适平静. So it's kind of like comfort, to cause someone's emotions or heart to become calm and calm. Yeah. Okay. So we're looking at 抚慰. This one, 抚慰. Yeah, quite similar. And 抚慰问. What is 慰问? Yet another comfort, all right. So yeah, that's what it's like. There's so many synonyms. 抚慰, 否则在有力的肩膀也有被压塌的时候. Would you say this? 崩溃的时候. 压塌. Okay, so you know 压, right? 压 is to put pressure on things. Like usually from above, you're putting pressure. You probably know 压力, 受压力, like the emotional pressure, but it also implies like gaseous pressure and so on. 压力, 压, so you're applying pressure to the point where something physically collapses. 塌 or 倒塌. 压, do you say 压塌? Yeah, 压塌. I don't know. I'm not sure how natural this is. The problem is, I think the authors needed to use the HSK vocabulary. That was pre-decided before the textbooks were written. So what they did was stuff in the vocabulary. And sometimes it feels a bit unnatural to me, and I just don't know whether or not I should study it. Yeah, it is an issue. Okay, 压塌的时候. Yeah, so there is going to be a moment when, yeah, the metaphorical burden on the male shoulders is going to collapse under the pressure. 事实表明长期的压抑. The 压抑 is like suppressing. Presumably you're suppressing your emotions, or at least we're meant to be envisaging this from a male perspective. Like maybe the male in this text really has emotional trauma of some kind, but they've ever since birth have been told that they've got to keep it in, and maybe every time they've tried to share their emotions, they've probably been punished in some way or having their emotions twisted or used against them. And so they've learned, even when people say you can, even when people say you can express yourself, express your emotions, yeah, maybe they still just don't believe you because of past experiences. Yeah, 长期的压抑，隐忍对健康只有坏处。What is 隐忍? This is like suck it up. 隐忍, I think it's like suck it up. This, like maybe you're hurting in some way, but you're told to suck it up, right? 隐忍. Bear patiently. 克制忍耐而不表现出来. It's kind of suck it up. Bear sorrow with forbearance. This is like 悲痛. It's like you have some kind of emotional pain. It is suck it up. 没有好处。反之，以适当的方式将情绪释放一下。Why would you put 一下 there? 人的心绪才会变得平和。All right, yeah, I'm a bit weirded out by the 一下 because you already said 适当 in 释放一下。适当的方式。Yeah, again, you can even see it in the tone of the phrasing here, right? So men are being told that, like, only under suitable conditions, and they're only allowed to do it for 一下. Again, yeah, men get told their emotions are invalid, like, from birth. 人的心绪. Yeah, again, this is what I mean when I drew this diagram in the last video here. Like, when you're early on, you learn words and they're all distanced, but when you've learned more words and they're all kind of clumped together and like this, and then when you get to your next word, it's like, oh, it's just this. It's just slightly different version of that. So, 心绪. 心绪, where were we? Yeah, 心绪. I'm guessing it's just 情绪. No, I should say 情绪, 情绪. 情绪. 心绪. 心情, 情绪. Yeah. Just kind of another fancy way of saying, oh, okay, so it combines mood with emotions. And if you ask me, I don't know the difference. Mood and emotions. Maybe mood sounds more temporary, right? I don't know. Anyway. This isn't 和平, it is 平和. 和平 meaning peace, but 变得平和. Maybe this means peace, but it's used differently. Anyway. 其实眼泪是情绪释放的一种形式。Do we know 释放? 释放 is to release. You can talk about releasing a prisoner, or release my hand. Kind of more like liberate, really. 释放. I think 释放. But here it's like release your emotions. 释放. 释放. I guess I should put more oomph on the 放, right? 释放. 释放囚人. Yeah, so release a prisoner. And 释放热能, release energy, heat energy. Maybe this is metaphorical? No, it's maybe if you burn something, it will release heat energy. Yeah. 释放人质, 人质. It's a kind of a funny word. It means hostages in Chinese, or hostage. Hostage/hostages. 人, people. Jie means like material, right? Like people materials, hostages. Yeah, you're using them as a kind of good, aren't you? For trading hostages. 人质. I don't know why it's those two characters. All right. 释放, to release. Almost, almost like liberate or free, that kind of thing. So you free your emotions. 人的情绪抑郁时会分泌一种被称为痛苦激素的物质. Okay, that's a little tricky, but 抑郁 means depressed, and there's 抑郁症 is one of the words for depression. 抑郁症 in the sense of clinical depression. 情绪抑郁. So this is when you feel depressed. This is like the layman's kind of depression. It's like, oh, I feel depressed. I did badly on the test, and on the way home I crashed my car. Oh, everything's going wrong. I feel depressed. That sort of thing. Not the kind of, you know, the thing that kind of affects you for life. That sort of thing. For me is secrete. So you see this a lot, like you can, in English, we probably won't use the word secrete because it's really disgusting. Yeah, but in Chinese, for me, secrete, it's used a fair amount, especially in pop science articles. For me, you often, your endocrine system, yeah, 分泌腺系统, something like that. What's your endocrine system? So in biology, in biology, your endocrine system is responsible for the release of hormones. Endocrine, 内分泌. So 内分泌腺 will be like an endocrine gland, right? This is gland. So this would be like one of your glands that releases hormones. Okay, so where were we? Oh, yeah. So we're secreting some kind of 激素, 痛苦激素. I feel like they made that up. Let's ask ChatGPT. So 痛苦. Is okay? First of all, let's check 痛苦激素. 痛苦激素. Well, I say they make it a pain hormone. Is that a thing? No. Pain is transmitted through neurons, right? Rather electrically through neurons. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. There could be other things. That's my understanding. So, my textbook says 分泌痛苦激素, but I think they're simplifying this term. Do you know what it could actually be? Yeah, what do you think? Pain hormones. What would it be? So we're talking about in the context of depression. I honestly don't know. I don't know what hormones are released during depression. For me, 皮质醇 cortisol 等 应激 stress hormones 应激激素. That's probably better. This is probably what they mean, but yeah. So as I say, the textbook does this. It's like they take the technical words out and replace it with something that's not really, a bit weird sometimes. Yeah, I kind of feel this is happening more and more toward the end. The earlier texts, I don't think it's as common because A, they're simpler, and B, because maybe they wrote this afterwards. And in the earlier texts, they had more freedom to select whatever vocabulary they wanted, whereas in here, they have to make it up or cram it in, whether or not it fits. 它会让人情绪低落，无精打采. Yeah, we encountered this way back, I think chapter 2 or chapter 3. 无精打采. I described it as a listless. 无精打采. 眼泪恰恰可以，也恰恰. We'll need to talk about that, right? Is it going to be in the grammar section? 恰恰. 哪怕. Oh, I like 哪怕. This is one of my favorite grammar patterns. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. 哪怕. Okay, we don't have cha cha. So let's look at cha cha. It's kind of like precise. cha cha 可以将它排出体外. Okay, cha cha. Yeah, this is 正好恰巧. We study all these words, and there's still words in the text that we haven't studied. 恰恰可以将它排出体外. Okay, so this T is your body, right? So it's 排, it's emitted or removed. 出体外, out of your body. So yeah. OK， 通常人们哭泣后，在情绪强度上会降低40%。Okay, so there's some kind of measure of the strength of your mood, and if you cry, the strength of your mood will drop by 40%. That doesn't sound very科学 to me, but all right. Yeah, sometimes they come from scientific papers, and in the scientific paper, they've rigorously defined the concepts. And in the pop science articles, they've kind of acted as if, oh, your mood drops 40%. It's like, well, what does that mean? It's not like it's a measurable thing. Get out the tape measure. Oh, my depression is here. Okay, 如果不能利用眼泪把情绪压力转移掉 all right, 则会影响身体健康转移掉 Again, it feels like they just wanted to use these words 转移掉 yeah. If it was me, I'd say 如果不能通过哭泣或眼泪减轻你的情绪压力 Yeah, I think that's the more I read this, the more uncomfortable I feel. It feels awkward to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel like they were very restricted in what words they can use. 中医 Chinese medicine. 中医认为忧伤肺 is your lung. 肺 fourth tone. 肺脏 忧伤肺 What do you reckon that means? 忧伤肺 okay. 忧 meaning Daniel worry or stress in this case, or just internal pain. 伤 here is 伤害 肺 is your lung. So they're using this 3-character phrase as an abbreviation for like internal stress and pain hurting your lungs, okay, or injuring your lungs, in fact. So it's kind of like a physical manifestation. 当人难过 so 难过 here just meaning sad or grumpy. 想哭的时候喉咙里会觉得不舒服，喉咙直接通肺喉咙不舒服。 Tong, what does this tong here mean? What does it mean? 喉咙直接通肺，喉咙不舒服，就是肺部受刺激了。刺激 yeah, so 刺激 is kind of like cause, but here it's a cause in the sense of irritate or provoke. In this case, it's irritate. 一旦悲伤难过没有了。What? Sorry, I don't think I can do much more than this, I'm afraid. 一旦, do you know 一旦? We haven't studied that yet. 一旦 is just basically once something happens. 一旦悲伤难过没有了. So presumably 悲伤 and 难过 are combined into a compound word. So it just means 悲伤 and 难过. 没有了。也就不再流鼻涕了。Again, yeah, 流鼻涕 means to like have a runny nose, right? It's the kind of, I feel like they needed to use these words, and there's better ways of phrasing this. 喉咙也会舒服起来. Yeah, this is a good example of using an adjective as a verb. Yeah, so your throat will become comfortable. Well, yeah, in English we don't have comfortable-ized. This sort of a word, right? 这说明悲伤难过对肺会有影响。伤心难过之际，不妨痛哭，痛哭，哭完了，一切都得到了修复，因此不发给男人宣泄情绪的许可证不是正当。Let's have a look at this again. So this is metaphorical, of course. 不发给, so 发给 is just distribute or give to. 男人, so 宣泄情绪的许可证. Yeah, we talked about 许可证, like a permission slip, that kind of thing. So we're pretending that men require a permission slip to 宣泄情绪, to express or vent their emotions. 不是正道, so this is a double negative. 不发给, right? So not distributing the permission slip to men. 不是正道 is not the appropriate. I assume this just means road, but it's also Dao in the sense of Taoism or Taoism. The way. Right? All right. 男人也有流泪的权利。权利 here is rights. There's two 权利. One is rights, one is power. They're written differently, pronounced the same. 权利 here is rights. Men have the right to cry or 流泪。我们倡导要给男人释放情绪的空间，男人流泪本在情理之中，本在情理之中。Why is there a button there? I would not have written this circle on my textbook, so my teacher has put it there and has drawn this line here. But this was 2 or 3 years ago now, so 本什么什么之中，本 or maybe we just ask ChatGPT. 本 sorry, I use the textbook as my mouse pad as well. Can you help me understand Ben? Okay, maybe I'll just understand my textbook when it says, well, what does it say? 男人 流泪本在情理之中。男人流泪本在 So this 本 is originally, is it? 当然 Okay. 男人流泪 Yeah. So men or males crying 本在情 I made a typo. 情理 ChatGPT won't get angry at me. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. 别对我生气，我写错了，我就是浪费你的时间。也请你本在请你 So this ben is originally, is it? Bound form. So that implies you have to use it in a word, is that right? Originally, initially, yeah, maybe it means originally. 本在情理之中 So 在 blah blah 之中 is the phrase. So maybe the 本 is just originally, right? So men crying originally was thought of as quite reasonable. Yeah. Okay, so I added the 省略号 the ellipses. 本来原本 Yeah. 那这个宠物去世了，男人流泪，本在情理之中。Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I understand it, right? Do you understand it? 男人流泪本在情理之中。So 在情理之中 means within reason. 在情理之中 Actually, let's go to ChatGPT. 在情理之中，情理之中。More examples. Yeah. So this is within reason. 在情理之中 is within reason. 本 or 原本本来 is originally. Okay, that makes sense, right? 本在情理之中。But I want more examples. 在情理之中 Do you think? Because in English you say within reason. 意料之外，情理之中。No, it seems pretty common in Chinese, like Chinese, not just translated Chinese, if you know what I mean. Or not the textbooks Chinese where they try to cram in every word. Did you delete it? Did you really just delete it? Did I just delete I didn't do anything, did I? Or maybe I refreshed the page and just forgot I did it. 本在情理之中。本在情理。Alright, sorry, I need to. 喝口水。Alright, maybe that's why I refreshed it. ChatGPT, a little bit slow today. What's going on? Is it my internet? Is it my software? Is it one of 20 other things along the path from here to wherever the servers are? That's what it's like. It's kind of a miracle that it works at all, to be honest. And yeah, eventually you kind of start taking it for granted. Maybe ChatGPT needs a rest. Come on. Or it's grumpy at me for wasting its time by making a typo. All right. So here, 面对这么大的打击，他的情绪崩溃，在情理之中。Yeah, so 这么大的打击 this 打击 is like a massive shock. Having a mental breakdown is within reason. I guess it's within expectations. 他辛苦了那么久，能取得这样的成绩，在情理之中。So toiling away for so long, getting a good, like this kind of accomplishment is within reason. 他刚刚失去了亲人，哭泣在情理之中。It's quite reasonable to cry if you've lost your relatives. Yeah. All right, you got the idea. Let's go back. 下一页。不过，宣泄归下。Yeah. Are we going to learn this? No. No, we're just sneaking it in. Maybe it's in the next chapter. Yeah, this is a tricky one. 不过宣泄归宣泄，宣泄时，机会哭泣时间过长。All right, so 宣泄归宣泄。So in English, you might say that as it that as it may, or that being said, that sort of thing. But in this case, in Chinese, you can add a verb like this, right? Yeah, it's tricky. It takes a bit of practice. 一般不要超过15分钟。Okay, so all right. You're not allowed to cry for more than 15 minutes? Maybe. 压抑的心情得到发泄，缓解后就不要再哭。All right. So once you've vented and you're relaxed, it's better to not cry. Maybe. Kind of, it feels very judgmental, this article, hey? 否则对身体反而有害。We know 反而 is like however. Often it appears at the start of a clause, 反而. Here, yeah, I guess you don't have to put it at the start of a clause. But I think normally it is. 因为人们的胃肠 is that really second tone? 胃肠, all right. 胃 is your gut, your stomach, or where you have stomach acids and so on. 肠 is your intestine, so like your bowel and whatever. 胃肠机能 Yeah, we haven't studied 机能. 机能 is one of the words for functions, but it's often quite useful for bodily functions. And so here, 胃肠机能, so your gut and intestinal functions, your gastrointestinal tract function. 对情绪极为敏感. Really? 忧愁. Again, I don't know this word, but I know 忧 and I know 愁. 忧愁. 忧 is this kind of worry, right? 愁 is also worry, right? So this is probably just yet another way of saying worry. They both mean worry. 忧愁. 忧愁. Worried, troubled, depressed. This is an adjective, but okay, so this is describing 悲伤, 忧愁,悲伤, 忧闷, 愁苦. All right. Again, so many words that are synonyms that it's hard to learn them all. Maybe you just get used to them rather than learn them. There's too many to study, like in their entirety. 忧愁、悲伤或枯萎时间过长，胃的运动会减慢。Okay, so 减 meaning to subtract. 减肥 to subtract fat. 减慢 here you're not subtracting the slowness. 慢 is the result of subtraction. 减慢 So it's becoming slow. Yeah, 胃的运动会减慢. So you're probably accustomed to that concept in with respect to complements, like 跑得快 or 跑得1公里 or 跑得马拉松, this sort of thing, or 跑得减肥跑得很快减肥. No, maybe you wouldn't say it like that, but you get the idea. There's kind of different types of complements, and words are kind of like that as well. So 减肥, so you subtract weight, and here 减慢, so you subtract to the point where it's slow, to get the effect of slowing things down, right? 会影响食欲, 食欲, 食 is food, 欲 is desire, so desire for food or appetite. 食欲 甚至引起其他胃部疾病. Yeah, 引起 give rise to. 胃部 your gut, 疾病 diseases. 释放情绪，除了哭泣，还应在想法上做调整，扔掉外界对男人流泪的鄙视，因为这种鄙视只是一种狭隘的偏见。Oh, yeah, this is much more natural, I think. 不要阻挠男人流泪，男人流泪不等于人肉无用，也不是丧失尊严。丧失 meaning to forfeit. Yeah, there's so many words in here we haven't studied. 丧失尊严, 尊严 like your dignity. So you forfeit your dignity because you cry. Again, even when they're like saying men should cry, they're kind of pointing out that, oh yeah, the normal way of thinking about it is if men cry, they forfeit their dignity. 男人提升 no, 男人本身 sorry, 男人本身也不必理睬别人说三道四. So this is a 成语. So I guess it just means like the unimportant large volume of what people say, something like that. 说三道四. 不负责任的胡乱议论 make comments about. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it would be better in this world if people just didn't make comments. Sometimes 得不偿失 feels very 得不偿失 sometimes. 这不关你的事，不关你的事. It's got nothing to do with you. 这不关你的事. Yeah, that's a nice phrase to say. Actually, let's jot that down. 这不关你的事，这不关你的事，这不关你的事，这不关你的事. I'll just quickly jot it down. And maybe I will use it in the future. 这不关你的事. It's got nothing to do with you. 这不关你的事. But if you say that, it sounds really authentic. 你无权. Yeah, that's kind of a change of tone right here. 不关你的事 is like very emotional. 无权 is 没有权利，无权. It sounds formal. 你无权，你没有权利在这儿说三道四. Yeah. Okay. 说三道四. Again, I didn't know this, but I kind of just deduced it on the spot. You get used to it at this level. Do you know 不三不四? 不三不四. 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 I don't know how to explain this. This is like dubious, shonky, shady, fishy, dodgy, that sort of thing. 不正经或不合规矩. So unofficial or not complying with standards or norms. So yeah, 不三不四的人. Yeah, so you describe someone as 不三不四. yeah, maybe you learned those four characters in the first day or two of you learning Chinese. Possibly in your first ever Chinese class, you could have learned all four of those characters. This is a chengyu. You can use it, 不三不四, meaning dodgy. I don't know why. Is there an explanation? Neither one thing nor the other, neither fish nor fowl. No, these are just English ones. 不三不四. But it reminded me of this. 说三道四. So you want to say 3, but what comes out is 4. Is that right? So this kind of indicates like imprecise, inaccurate things that are being said. 谁都不能长久的淹没在忧伤难过的情绪中。Okay. Or we haven't studied or. Or is seldom or rarely or like occasionally but somewhat rare. Or 具有负面情绪不是什么坏事，它能让我们更了解自己，让我们成长，让我们更深刻的体悟到什么是快乐。Okay, so we saw this before, right? 体悟. This was to comprehend through personal experience, right? So because we're having moments of sadness and so on, we can understand what happiness is. Yeah. If you don't have sadness, you don't have happiness. There's that movie Inside Out, something like that, right? 续接? No. You don't just do this. 续接? I do not think you can do that, right? You can't just start a sentence with 续接, right? The first time I've encountered it. 续接. Well, maybe I have encountered it before. Yeah, you don't usually use it in sentences. So you see every one of these will be 必须知道, 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 必须知道. Is every single one of them. "须知生力来之不易." Oh, this sounds like a fixed phrase. Oh, 须知生力来之不易. So victory does not come easily. Yeah, it must be born in mind. It must be born in mind. All right. Don't use that in your writing. Okay. You use it on like notices and so on. 续接. Yeah, I really don't recommend using that. 续接不劳则无获. Oh yeah, so one should know that. So here you use it before a saying. Did they use a saying here? No. Yeah, this makes sense. It feels so unnatural. 续接真正的个人成长往往来自于痛苦、磨难，而非快乐。不要抹杀掉痛苦在我们成长中的功劳。功劳, we talked about this before. This is like a contribution. So this is a contribution to our growing up or maturation. So the 功劳 is inherently a good thing. Usually it's like your contribution to a project or something like this. 既然, yeah, I like this one. 既然, but there's okay, 既然, given that, 既然. So the other one was 鉴于. I think 既然 is just a better choice. 既然悲伤无可避免，就应该好好面对悲伤，不要妄想 生命中从不出现这样的过程和阶段，sorry 阶段。Okay, 妄想。So 妄想 is both a noun and a verb. A noun meaning delusion and a verb meaning to harbor a delusion. So here it's used as a verb. We are 妄想 harbor a delusion. Blah, blah, blah. 毕竟 after all 毕竟快乐往往是短暂的。短暂的 is temporary or temporary with respect to time. I guess that's what temporary means, right? Temporary or, yeah, not necessarily, maybe brief would work as well. 人生岁月中更多的伴随着的是灰暗的情绪，而它却可以沉淀出智慧。Okay, 灰暗 is gray, right? The color gray. An is dark. Here it just means gloomy, right? 黑暗的情绪 no, 灰暗的情绪 so a gloomy mood. Okay, so 人生 is like your life, the life of a person. Here 人生 the person is like not necessarily you, but like an arbitrary person. 人生岁月中 so the years of a person's life is often accompanied by a gloomy mood, and it 却可以沉淀出 Okay, so 沉淀 here is being it's used as the verb form, right? 沉淀 meaning precipitate as a verb here, precipitate out 智慧 wisdom. Yeah. All right. So if you have high standards for your prose, I would not try to imitate this too closely. All right. Yeah, I don't want to be fiddling with this. All right, I'm going to read it and focus more on fluency. 有时不妨悲伤。到今天为止，我们的社会对好男人的标准从没有改变过。男人要有责任心，为人正直，宽容，刚毅，不背叛朋友。男人要上进，有抱负，有魄力。男人要谦虚、诚实、大方。男人要有修养，心胸开阔，处境艰难而不退缩，面对打击而不脆弱。男人是生活中的榜样，家庭的靠山，社会的支柱。总之，男人要顶天立地，光彩照人，要有男人的气概。不仅如此，男人们从小受到的教育就是男儿有泪不轻弹，意思就是理智的男子汉，再悲伤也不轻易哭泣。爱哭的男人走到哪儿都会被一票否决，因为男人流泪就意味着软弱、没出息。而这种教育是从娃娃时代就潜移默化的在起作用的。他们天天被这样的古训鞭策着。我们的文化赋予了男人高大坚强的形象。What？ 他们在生活中必须扮演强者。男人 男人们为了不被鄙视，不被讥笑，为了远离那些恶心不体面的词汇，千百次暗暗叮嘱自己，伤心是软弱的表现，哪怕遭受打击，面对失败，受尽委屈，也一定要坚强。这是什么时候都不能含糊的。实际情况是，男儿有泪不轻弹，是社会文化赋予男人的一种束缚。男人不是魔鬼，也不是神仙，他们也是有血有肉，也健全情感的人，健全情感的。All right， 男人也有喜怒哀乐，也需要关怀，也需要温柔的抚慰，否则，再有力的肩膀也有被压塌的时候。事实表明，长期的压抑隐忍对健康只有坏处没有好处。反之，以适当的方式将情绪释放一下，人的心绪才会变得平和。其实，眼泪是情绪释放的一种形式。人的情绪抑郁时，会分泌一种被称为痛苦激素的物质。它会让人情绪低落，无精打采。眼泪恰恰可以将它排出体外。通常人们枯萎后，在情绪程度上会降低40%。如果不能利用眼泪把情绪压力转移掉，则会影响身体健康。中医认为，忧伤肺。当人难过、想哭的时候，喉咙里会觉得不舒服，喉咙直接通肺，喉咙不舒服。So this tone means connected to, right? 直接通肺. So the throat is directly connected to your lungs. Yeah. 就是肺部受刺激了，人哭起来常常会一把鼻涕一把泪。之所以会流鼻涕，也是肺受了刺激。一旦悲伤难过没有了，也就不再流鼻涕了。Okay, that's why it didn't make sense. I missed a chunk of it. 喉咙也会舒适起来。这说明悲伤难过对肺会有影响。伤心难过之际，不妨痛哭，哭完了，一切都得到了修复。因此，不发给男人宣泄情绪的许可证不是正当。男人也有流泪的权利。我们倡导要给男人释放情绪的空间。男人流泪本在情理之中。不过，宣泄归宣泄，宣泄时忌讳哭泣时间过长。一般不要超过15分钟。压抑的心情 得到发泄，缓解后就不要再哭，否则对身体反而有害。因为人们的胃肠机能对情绪极为敏感，极为 meaning extremely sensitive in this case。忧愁、悲伤或哭泣时间过长，胃的运动会减慢。运动 meaning function rather than exercise。胃的运动，会影响食欲，甚至引起其他胃部疾病。释放情绪，除了哭胃，还应在想法上做调整。扔掉外界对男人流泪的鄙视，因为这种鄙视只是一种狭隘的偏见。不要阻挠男人流泪，男人流泪不等于人弱无用，也并不丧失尊严，男人本身也不必理睬别人，说三道四，谁都不能长久的淹没在忧伤难过的情绪中。偶尔具有负面情绪不是什么坏事，它能让我们更了解自己，让我们成长，让我们更深刻的体悟到什么是快乐。须知，真正的个人成长往往来自于痛苦、磨难，而非快乐。不要抹杀掉痛苦在我们成长中的功劳。既然悲伤无可避免，就应该好好面对悲伤。不要妄想生命中从不出现这样的过程和阶段。毕竟，快乐往往是短暂的，人生岁月中更多的伴随着是灰暗的情绪，而它却可以沉淀出智慧。All right, so that's the text. Sorry, my throat's a bit weird now. My throat is connected to my lungs as well. How are we going for time? Should I start a new video with the grammar? What are we up to? Yeah, I'm a bit surprised how long that took. All right. Why does that look so super blurry? We'll do some. Maybe we'll just have a long video, I guess. 哪怕 meaning even if, right? There's quite a few 即使 即便 there's even more, but I kind of like 哪怕 I don't know why, I just like it. 连词与即使相同，相同。I feel like 即使 yeah, no, I'm going to retract that sentence and not say it. 哪怕后跟假设的情况，另一分句长语也都配合或搭配。Yeah, so did you get that? 假设 so there's some sort of hypothetical, even if, yeah. 表示这一情况不会对结果和结论产生影响。It won't change the result. It influence the result. Usually it's used in like binary. I will go or not go, and whether or not you will go, I will still like go that sort of thing. 多用于口语 OK 例如哪怕遭受打击面对失败受尽委屈也一定会坚强这是什么时候都不能含糊的 Yeah, maybe I like napa because I often do handwriting and napa is easier to handwrite than 鸡血 because I get 鸡 mixed up with other 鸡s 他真的老了 Okay, well, let's all right very direct 记忆力越来越差 all right 哪怕2-3天以前的事情也会记不清 all right Yeah, in Chinese you often talk about 委婉的说法 Yeah, you wouldn't say this. It's much too direct. Anyway, it's grammatical. 您放心 Yeah, that's a bit weird putting a 您 there, but okay, 我们一定会尽全力抢救病人哪怕只有一线希望 All right, 您 Why would they use 您? 您 is usually for superiors. Yeah, I don't know why there is a 您. Anyway. Yeah, so we'll try our best to save the sick people, even if there's only a thread of hope. All right, so these were the exercises. These are my answers from last time. Oh yeah, 就算 is a synonym of 哪怕. One of the rarer usages of 就算, I guess. Because you can use 就 and 算 as two words as well. All right, here we go. So I meant to edit this sentence to use 哪怕. But these are synonyms, so obviously this is what the anticipated answer is. 这个人真奇怪. Okay. 走路的时候听音乐 sorry 吃饭的时候听音乐就是看书也要听音乐 Okay, so this 奇怪 means strange rather than curious. Yeah, there is two meanings of 奇怪, right? One is strange and one is curious. 我很奇怪他为什么总是听音乐 Yeah, so I'm curious, why does she always listen to music? I guess she likes it. So 就算 has a meaning 哪怕 which you could also use this one 即使 meaning even if she's reading a book, she will listen to music. 渴死了就算有一口水也是好的 So even a mouthful of water is fine. 哪怕 basically you take the 就算 and replace it with 哪怕说好了即使晚点你也一定要来 So even if it is a little late, you definitely must come. And 哪怕 All right, I'm going to pause for a second and find the answers. Dun, 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 here they are. 哪怕 So, yeah, that is it. That's literally the answers, the anticipated answers. You're meant to change the 就算 and 即使 to 哪怕 哪怕 and nothing else. That's it. No other difference, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a really pointless exercise. It's like, just know that these synonyms exist, I guess. Maybe that's the value or the anticipated value of this exercise. 反之, on the contrary, this is like conversely, maybe. On the contrary. 反之, 念词, no, 连词意思是从相反的方面说 Yeah, so from the opposite perspective speak Speaking from the opposite perspective side. Sorry. Oh, I forgot to turn the air conditioning off. That's why it feels a bit cold. 用在小句，小句 is a clause, right? 小句，小句. It's not a little sentence. 小句，小句，小句. Where is it? Minor sentence, clause, an incomplete sentence. Oh yeah, I guess you can say that. 小句. So 用在小句段落之间. So between clauses or 段落 paragraphs. So there's two examples here. One is clause 反句, and then yeah. So we're not starting a new sentence. It's between two clauses. This, but on the other hand, this. Or on the contrary, or whatever. And 段落 is like you have a whole paragraph, and then you start a new paragraph with 反句, and then second paragraph. First paragraph, 反句, new paragraph. 反句 is the start of the next paragraph. All right. 起作用，起什么样的作用？起转折作用。Yeah, a lot of 连词 conjunctions in Chinese have this 转折 meaning, like a reversal. And yeah, 反句 is one of them. So if you use it without having some kind of reversal, on the other hand, yeah, you'll have it'll be considered grammar error. 引出与上文相反的意思。Yeah, 反句后有停顿。停顿。So 停顿 is a pause. So is it saying you put a comma? 逗号。逗号。How do you write 逗号？逗号。Is it really that one? 逗号. It's that one. No. There's also to play tricks on people, right? Why is it that one? 逗号. All right, it's a funny symbol. Anyway, yeah, you usually put a comma after it. But yeah, when you're speaking, you pause as well. 事实表明，长期的压抑隐忍对健康只有坏处，没有好处。反之，以适当的方式将情绪释放一下，人的情绪才会变得平和。Yeah, 反之。So it's like, so we're describing suppressing your emotions, and 反之 we consider the alternative is not suppressing your emotions, letting your emotions out. Okay. 有些东西越是一心想要得到，越是不能如愿。Really? Okay, so you probably know 越来越, so this is kind of similar. 越是 A, 越是 B. Kind of similar concept, just a different way of phrasing it. 越这个，越这个，越是这个，越是这个。So for some things, the more you want them, the more you desire them, 如意, the less desirable they are. 反之，不去在意的时候，倒会有意外来临。Oh, okay. No. Retract that previous statement. So for some things, the more you want them, 不能如意. So the 意 here is not the the object. It's not referring to the object itself. It's referring to you desire obtaining the object. So it's the yuan. Sorry, yuan. Yuan wang. Rule. It's like consistent with rule yuan. Okay, so what you desire is not the object, but the receiving of the object, like from a grammatical point of view. So, and the opposite is not desiring to receive it. It will come. All right, it's just kind of a sentence. 经济发展了，百姓的收入增加了，消费能力就强，反之，百姓的消费能力就差。Wait, 消费oh, okay. So there's an unstated implication here. So 百姓 refers to like common folk, your average Joe. I suppose your average Chen. Your average Chen. So 经济发展了. So 发展了 meaning developed. Or why is this so blurry? Focus. 发展 means to develop. So you often talk about 经济发展, the economy developing. The 乐 is a change of state law. So 经济发展了 is saying the economy has kind of developed a bit. 就是进一步发展. So if this happens, then people will have income, or people's income will increase. Your average Chen's income will increase, and their ability to consume will increase. 反之, so if the opposite happens, and this is not true, then this is not true, and 百姓的消费能力就差, and so the opposite of this is true. So the opposite of this, and the opposite of this is true, but they're only stating the opposite of this last one. Yeah. All right. 完成句子. Can you see? Sorry, this is the best I can do for now. Actually, maybe I can do slightly, marginally better. 完成句子. 雨水多，气候就比较湿润. So if it's rained a lot, the 气候, the climate will be humid. 反之, okay, 雨水少. Oh, yeah, it is 多少, isn't it? 气候就比较干燥. 干燥, 对. Yeah, I think that's correct. But yeah, you don't need this part here, but I put it there. I think that's fine, actually. Last time I seem to have figured it out. All right, now I can make it bigger. 有了充足的阳光、水分和空气，植物就能生长好。生长 is a verb, so you can put 好. So mature well or something like that, grow well. 反之，环境不适宜种植。So that's, no, I don't like this at all. No, I'm gone. Not good. Okay, so 反之 okay, 植物就植物就 let's use 勉强, 对吗? How do you write 勉强? 勉强 is it that? 勉强生长勉强 Can you use 勉强 like that? I'm not 100% sure, actually. So, like struggle 勉强. No, maybe this is not correct. Maybe I should put another verb there. not a verb, adverb. 勉强，勉强讲不能，不愿，我不愿而不得。Yeah, no, that's not bad, right? 勉强支撑 maybe it's okay. Like, yeah, manage with an effort. Yeah, I think it's okay, right? 勉强增长 So the tree manages with effort to grow, but it's not easy. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's certainly better than what was there. 不断的积累经验就会丰富起来。反之，经验不会变化。What? Whatever. Oh yeah, 经会。I think you just anticipate. The anticipated answer is just the antonym of this. Not the antonym, the opposite of this. 经验不会丰富起来。This is again an adjective being used as a verb. Yeah, 经验不会变化。Actually, no, I think that's fine. 经验不会变化。Yeah, it won't change. Yeah, no, I retract my retraction. 经验不会变化。I retract my retraction. Let's go check out the official answers. Okay. What are the official answers? 气候就比较干燥。I wrote 气候就比较干燥。Which is, oh no, they are 就燥。I also added, yeah, 雨水少。So I think that's okay, because it's the opposite of that. You don't have to, but you can. 没有生机。Yeah, so the second one they used 觉悟就没有生机。生机 is like vitality, right? 生机. Yeah, that's a good choice. I'm not sure mine is bad, but yeah. Okay, so here 经验就会丰富起来，反之，永远不会有经验可谈。Yeah, you will never have experience worth mentioning, right? There's zero chance I would come up with that sentence. All right, so can I say 植物勉强生长 I hope ChatGPT can infer the non-literal meaning in that question. So like, obviously I can physically say that. And I mean, ChatGPT shouldn't come out and say I have no idea what you are capable of doing. This reminds me of like, when you're young, it's like, oh, can I watch TV? I don't know. Can you? Parents, especially fathers, are like that. Can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you? What's going on? This is not my side. I think this is ChatGPT. That's an issue. 勉强增长，生长。I'm not sure this is great. 勉强生长。万物不能勉强生长。Actually, that's a lot of examples. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm okay with that now. Plenty of examples. 一般因生植物在此光照条件下可以勉强生长。Yeah. So it's like the plant is struggling to grow. Yeah, okay, I think it's okay. I kind of like, 我想要得到 ChatGPT 的认可。可怜的我。 这个表达是可以的。Is it natural? Is it? Yeah. 在贫瘠的贫瘠的土壤中，这些植物勉强生长。Yeah. All right. I'm happy with my choice. And the second one, 不会变化。Yeah. So this is a hypothetical, right? So there's 会 and 不会. I think that's fine. It's just, yeah. I don't know why. Okay, next. 许可允许. What's the difference? I honestly don't know. I cannot tell any difference at this point. Both mean permission and to permit. Yeah, both are nouns and verbs, right? Okay, 得到许可允许方可入内. So 方 represents a party in the sense of a person or a group or something like this. Yeah. 动词都有准许可以的意思. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason, lots of beginners like using 可以, 可以, even when it's inappropriate. So, verb, they're the same. All right. 许可后，后边不能带宾语。Oh, okay, 许可不能带宾语. So, do you know what a 宾语 is? 宾语 is an object. Object. So here is an object, I guess. 他, okay, this is wrong, so pay attention to that. Oh, this is the correct one. 他许可我在这儿拍照. So he permits me to take photographs here. 他许可 is incorrect if we put this. Yeah. So it is a verb. 得到许可. You receive permission. Yeah. So it's a verb, but it doesn't behave like subject, verb, object. 我在这儿拍照得到了他的许可. That's a noun. That looks very much like a noun. Okay. So 许可 does not take an object. It is stricter than 允许. Next. 可以修饰名词，不能修饰名词. Okay, in this case, the 允许 is different. 许可证, 允许证. All right, I know this 许可证 because I exist in China. If you're in China right now watching my video, next time you go to a restaurant, just look at the wall and there will be 许可证. Something like 营销许可证, something like that. There will be some kind of 许可证 in whatever shop you go to. You need that to operate a business. Yeah, there's no 证. 证 is like a certificate or slip. All right. So we're not allowed. This is not a word, basically. 修饰名词. I can't think of any other. 许可照, 许可书. Oh yeah, 许可书. 许可书, maybe. 许可证, 许可方. Okay, so this is the licensor. Okay. 许可费. Okay, this is the fees for permission, for getting permission or licensing. Yeah, this is more like license, whereas 允许 is permission, I guess. But not exactly. Yeah, no, actually, delete that sentence. 许可证. Okay, I think This one is just saying this is a word. I think that's what this whole part is actually saying. This 许可证 is a word. You say 许可证, and that's it. That's permission slip or like a certificate. Okay, 虽然物品未经许可不得运用. Yeah, 未经许可 is a very, very common phrase. We talked about that in the last video. I took a photo of it, right? 未经许可, 不得入内, right? Something like that. You see this kind of thing on 不得动用. Yeah, so you see this kind of thing on like signage and whatnot. 学校有明文规定. 明文, what is 明文? 明文规定. 教室里不许可抽烟. Yeah, this is wrong. We learned this. 许可 cannot take an object, right? So we're not allowed to say this. 不允许抽烟 or 不得抽烟 is maybe even better. 不可以抽烟. Yeah. What's this? 文明. Oh, 文明 is culture. Oh, hold on. It's not 文明. It's 明文. 有明文规定. Why are the characters backwards? 明文规定. 明文公开发表的文件. All right. 明, so 明 is 明显, 文 is a document, right? 明文规定, written rules, explicitly stated. Okay. Explicitly stated rules. All right. Yeah, where's my green? 明文规定. All right. 妈妈允许我每天玩半个小时游戏. Yeah. Well, it's correct. Correct sentence. Half an hour of games a day? Wow. You go crazy. 公司的经营允许证. No, this is a word by itself. 允许证. 经营允许证. So the company's 经营, like conducting business, right? Permit. 终于申请下来了. So 申请下来了 means applied for, right? Does it mean applied for? It's finally been applied for. It doesn't imply it's approved, which is why it's a bit strange. 申请下来了. Let's ask ChatGPT. In the sentence, 公司的经营许可证终于申请下来了. What stage is the application in? Yeah, I feel like it hasn't been approved. It's just kind of submitted. Do I look very blurry? What's going on? I look at my avatar. It looks blurry. 申请下来了. OK， 在句子的 blah 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 中，表达的意思是公司的经营许可证的申请已经完成，并且成功获得了许可. Oh wow! So there's like an implicit meaning in there. So 申请下来. What does the 下来? Or this come back after being applied for? Yeah, this is tricky, isn't it? It was not what I was expecting. 这意味着申请过程已经 结束，许可证已经被批准，并发放到公司手中了。发放。So the implication is not just that it's been approved, but it's in the company's hand. They possess the permission. Okay. Hence, they use 终于. Not what I was thinking. 终于. Yeah, 表示是 yeah. So this one is 下来，申请下来了。OK， 表示申请过程已经完成，并且成功获得了批准。同意表达，也批下来，批准，批了，获批，拿到手里。Alright, not what I was expecting. So I did learn something. Alright, how are we going for time? Should I do the rest in another video tomorrow? Yeah, maybe I will. It was a bit too much to do, and just I don't want to bust a gut, so to speak. Let's call it a video. We'll call it. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Remember to 点赞, and if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe or leave comments. Yeah, that one caught me by surprise, didn't it? Thank you for watching. Leave friendly, useful, or I don't know, that sort of comment. 下次聊. Bye 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 bye.